After 400 hours of Genshin Impact, I have come to the conclusion that while it is an exciting, dopamine boosting, insatiably challenging video game, you should not play it unless you have a great handle on self-control. There are multiple reasons why this game could easily become your favorite, but it comes with certain drawbacks that are detrimental to people who are not prepared. Those with addictive personalities should stay far away from this gacha game, but if you even remotely like anime or animation or RPGs or gachas, you will love Genshin Impact. Let's talk about the great and also not so great aspects of this multi-platform phenomenon. First things first, the Archon quests. These are the main story of Genshin as they walk you through the world of Teyvat, where you are a traveler. The traveler is the first character you obtain, and while they are one of the least best 5-star characters in the game, the unique property of changing to any type of element is very useful for completing missions, puzzles, and reaction-based damage. The Archon quests have the traveler. You get to pick if you want the boy and have an evil twin as a girl, or you are the girl and have an evil twin as the boy. They interact with the powerful godlike beings called Archons. Genshin periodically updates the game so that they can continue adding story quests and furthering your world building and adding new maps to go along with new Archons. Let me just say that these quests are the best part of Genshin. Sure, I love really difficult challenges like the Spiral Abyss and fighting new challenging bosses, but the cutscenes are so enthralling. The Raiden Shogun is the Inazuma, aka Japan, leader of that map, and when she first appears in combat during the story, she pulls a freaking electric blade out of her body to slay her opponent. Genshin has many of these iconic story cuts that showcase how monumental these interactions truly are. Ironically, the worst part of the game is having to sit through all of the unnecessary dialogue to get to that point. Fans have pretty much always complained about having no skip button, but at least you can spam the continue button to speed up the dialogue one line at a time. There have been so many times where I thought, wow, this game is not really even worth playing. I don't even care about this arc. That was especially true during the Sumeru Land quest. It was basically about people dreaming and having their knowledge stolen. It was a mess. I really hated going through all of those cutscenes. However, the story continued to escalate in direness and excitability when it came to Natlan. Sure, Mualani is a pure fan service character, but I loved listening to her Japanese voice because her voice actress is the same as Ruka-chan from the Rent-a-Girlfriend anime. Natlan slowly crept into an all-out battle between our unlikely partnered heroes and the Abyssal Order. Basically, the Abyss is a dark entity that is trying to take over Teyvat, and the evil twin leads the charge. Now, the story gets quite complicated, but I really enjoyed the family of the Fatui, where they are kind of like anti-heroes or a neutral party. They have these 7 figureheads who are insanely strong. The following commentary will contain spoilers of major Archon quests from Natlan into present day February 2026. Please skip to the time on the screen to avoid spoilers. El Capitano, one of the 7 Fatui Harbingers, throws down in one scene against the seemingly invincible Mavwika, but then he claps the Abyss to save Xiaolonin, one of Mavwika's top generals. Basically, it's this dichotomy of hero and villain that the Fatui play with all the time, and I quite enjoy their moral ambiguity. In the most recent Archon quest, you and the Fatui Harbinger, Marionette, aka Sandrone, hatch a plan to take down another rogue Harbinger, the Doctor. While he stops the initial plan, things are looking like you might win out. However, in one of the most heart-crushing scenes in the game, the Doctor stabs Sandrone straight through the heart, killing her and making it look like all hope is lost. I was genuinely stunned when I saw this, as many main characters don't really die like this. Then at the last possible second, Columbina, my favorite playable character in the game, overpowers the fake moon god and allows all of the Nodcry region characters to do an Avengers-styled takedown of the Doctor. Oh, that was great. Then you and Columbina deliver the final blows to the Doctor, absolutely extinguishing him from existence. It's such a surreal moment to see this intense action sequence followed by Columbina, an ex-Fatui Harbinger, holding her adoptive, lifeless sister Sandrone's body in her arms. That's where the scene ends, and it's such a fantastical but emotional ending to a much deserved victory, but at a terrible cost. I think Genshin just has these singular moments that make the game worth playing, and to me, I really don't see another video game integrate so many aspects of gameplay into a compelling overall story. Like, every character you see plays a role in defeating the villain, and every interaction is actually important whether you have fun or not. The great thing about Genshin is the customizability. You get 4 different characters to choose into your party where you can have infinite combinations of damage strategies. It makes it really fun to swap in your favorite character and try to build a strategy around them. It's hard to tweak all of the right artifacts, weapons, characters, and reactions to get the best and highest damage. The annoying part is definitely the power creep, because obviously when they release a new character that you only have a chance of getting, they try to make them powerful and meta. Sure, that helps keep the game interesting, but older characters get left behind. I think they also do a good job though at balancing the game by adding buffs to older characters too. One of the worst parts of Genshin is that you wish on characters that only guarantee the 5-star character that you want after 90 wishes. Sure, in-game currency can grant you wishes, but most people use their hard-earned cash to get the character because it's only available for a few weeks. That is the rough part, because yes, I now have spent some money on the game. I got the character I wanted, and to me it was worth it. However, I can't imagine having an addictive personality or a gambling addiction and playing this game. You would easily get carried away, because even I, who doesn't have that type of issue, can spend money on the game because it grants you a significant bonus. Now, obviously you have to grind to get good, but buying a new character when you are at a high level in the game pretty much makes you able to get a full stocked new playable piece to your team. It is not recommended to play this game if you lack self-control, especially in the financial realm. Another sucky part is the side quests. They're bad. Sure, every once in a while you might have a slight amount of fun and see something cute or new, but usually the side quests aren't really fun and have way less depth than a main story quest. Genshin just does not have a fun way of doing the million optionable quests. So, what is my overall opinion? Genshin Impact is a fantastic game, and it is now the best as it has ever been. With the addition of the Nodcry region and characters like Durin and Columbina, millions of people are flocking to the game right now. However, you should honestly stay away from this game if you aren't willing to grind away and get full force into it. There's no point unless you have some time in your life to go all out. I really got addicted for about 3 months, but now, after catching up through about 3.5 years of content within those months, it is time to put my account in limbo and not access it until the next Archon quest drops. Genshin is a beautiful, wonderful, fun, and addictive game. It will go down as a top 10 for me. I give it an 8.8 out of 10.